How long does it usually take for you to create your creatures? When you make them, what do you think about their cultures and those teams? Well, let's play with that game, huh? I mean, over the years, I mastered something which is called automatic drawing, which means if you just let your hand roam loose and your toes free, you can actually create things without even thinking about them. But when you're doing this, you have to have a reservoir of ideas and things that you just subconsciously memorize in your head. So I don't know what this is shaping up to be like, maybe some sort of bird creature, but maybe I don't want it to look like a bird, so I'm just gonna give it 6 limbs. And you notice that there is like some experience about anatomy, how limbs work, how body mass works, and how things, basically living things, move and walk and just look like. So when you got that going, you can actually, so now this is a 6-legged creature, maybe like a bird-headed pangolin. So I'm just giving it some pangolin type, spiky, feathery, spiky things that are a bit like scales maybe. And as Foca Vaporosa says, in this way you let the soul drove. Yes. I mean, actually, one of the chief practitioners of this technique was a guy called Austin Osman Spare, who was a member of Aleister Crowley's circle of black magic artists, which just basically means they were rich members of the British elite who like to go to weird places and have lots of kinky action. To answer the question, now that I drew this thing, and maybe I want to I don't know if these things have a culture or not, but maybe they have 6 legs. So they kind of like walk close to the ground, like so. So maybe we'll design a kind of dwelling for them, kind of low hanger kind of place where a lot of these things can come together here. And if these are social animals, maybe they have artifacts of costume to recognize each other or establish social hierarchies. So maybe we can put on some sort of cap to this creature. I'm not defending social hierarchies, but they certainly exist, and Jordan Peterson is really easy to make fun of, but unfortunately in people they really exist. I mean, and it takes virtue and struggle of the spirit to overcome them. Kyra Fiskroff says Gimby. So this is one of those social structure bearing weird alien creatures. All done for now. Skeksis Gimby edition, ruler Gimby. Well, do you think this guy's a ruler? I mean, then maybe we can spice up the game. Maybe let us consider that these things are sexually dimorphic, and maybe this is a female, and let's give him a kind of parasitic simp male with a kind of long tongue, and he's just riding her back and just like being a pest, but he's a hothouse flower. He's a high maintenance guy. So also let's give this guy a spotted pattern. Maybe these males are so puny and defenseless, they got these newt-like spots, and they're just spot, 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 spot. And maybe he's got a little simp stick too, and he's shaking a little rattle. Maracas for the simp man, yeah. So you see, you play these games and it's fun, it's world building. EM10 says, the only problem I have with Jordan Peterson is when people claim hierarchies exist, therefore they should exist. Yeah, totally agree with that. I mean, if you equate is and should, by that rate, you could also argue for rape, genocide, murder, a lot of weird and dark things. I think we are meant to overcome those natural difficulties. God didn't give us a brain for nothing. So yeah.